Ecstasy produced this one.
The following program is rated TV MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences.
You tell them one thing. Just win. Just win, baby.
Hello guys, my name is Rafael Chacin, as known as El Capitán Rafucho. Welcome aboard, and of course, welcome to a special episode of Civilian Black Experience with your host, Rafael Chacin, as known as El Capitán Rafucho. And of course, today is Thursday, 4/20. And of course, if you're looking to see right there, because right now I had to change the background, folks. So so I just getting buff for this. Hey, how's it going, Holly? What's up? So salute to everybody else on the chat. Well, the one and only Holly Tanner. But yes, but I gotta tell you something about it. There's like 1,000 questions about it, about the draft week. I'm very excited because from that moment right here, I think they need to focus around the defense and of course the offline, which is very important about it. And this is the first time that I'm doing it for like months because it's really weird that I had to do like something looking about the players, looking about the outlook of the college players, and I think that's very important. And for that reason right here, because right now I'm just doing like a preview from the draft, and of course I will let you like to have some opinions because I know it's really different than what I say right there. I know it's very different because I just wanted to initiate like a roundtable, like a special roundtable for my content creators out there and at 420 to celebrate everything. I mean, man, that's really good, man. Hey, we got the Menace in the house. Salute to you, the Menace. Oh, hold on a minute because I need to change the background right here because, well, I'm not to try to steal. I'm not to steal. I'm not trying to steal Derry Lowe's background because. Okay, there you go. So this is like okay. Okay, so this is like because right now it's getting involved because I had the background of the Raiders. Yeah, I had the background of the Raiders versus San Francisco 49ers. Yeah, that's for the past season. If you're looking at the side right there, that's well, it's completely out of control. But yes, but like I say, folks, the draft is around to the corner, and of course, there's 1 week left. 1 week left, folks, to the draft. And right now, we had the seventh pick. We had the seventh pick, and we don't want to use we don't want to screw it out like the last time right here, because we don't want to screw it out like Jamarcus Russell back in 2007, 2008. I mean, there's something that I just getting known for about it, but we don't want to get past for the screw it right here. So, and of course, folks, for that draft, for the NFL draft, I've been studying for all these players that we're looking for. Mm-hmm. That's why they were looking for about the players, and of course how they will balance about those things. I mean, that's pretty good. That's pretty good enough. And of course, what I would do is something on the draft because not only the first time that I'm gonna be here on my YouTube channel, but of course I'm gonna do with the network, All Star Sports Network, doing my reactions on the NFL draft. Only the first round because they had like balance for the schedule, like the balance schedule of what was happening to like what happens with the pout, like the first round, the second round. I mean, everything. Hmm. So before I get started with my thoughts on about the draft and of course what Raiders could select for the players, last night was well, last night was embarrassing because in my YouTube channel I was doing like a live reaction of ANEW. Hmm. And I'm not kidding, folks. I'm not kidding. I was doing like a live reaction of AEW Dynamite, which is on Wednesday night, and somehow, there's a troll that I don't even think to watch it because that was really embarrassing. And that's not cool. That's not cool at all, bro. That's not cool. You show up like, boom. They show out like your parts over there, live on stream. And of course, I had to cut that scene like so fast that I couldn't have it had less time. Hmm. So I had to cut the scene. Like it took me like minutes to cut the edit out, and they had to move on. Hmm. Yeah, how the tenor to say people are rude and disrespectful. Hmm. Yeah, that's what it. Hmm. That's right. So the next time that I goes to the live stream, when it comes to internet trolls or something like that, I mean, There you have it, folks. The shield. The P shield. Anytime when it comes to P-bomb, we gotta use the shield for those trolls and of course for these ungrateful persons that don't want to come to the panel. Because in my channel YouTube, on my YouTube channel, there's no trolls. No trolls everywhere. No trolls everywhere. They say, especially to you, I don't be like that. So anyways, when it comes to internet trolls, there's always got to be a shield. And it stands to say warning. When it comes to warning. All right. So the problem is solved. And of course, I just invited some persons in the panel. And well, kind of. But anyways, we're just going to have to move on to it like a live reaction for NEW Dynamite. And of course, the things that are getting clear. But next time, when it comes to internet troll, whatever that happens, instant ban, report, and of course, the shield. That's right. Because I don't want it to use because I don't want it to be effect because I don't want to get demonetized. Even I had 355 subscribers on my YouTube channel. That's right. 355 subscribers. Almost to 500. And I'm going to get started really, really, really low, but I guess I'm gonna struggle a lot more, and of course providing all the content. And yes. All right. So like it being said, so right now I'm gonna use sort of the my glasses on because sometimes I use the glasses, sometimes I don't. But the fact is, this is going to be really interesting because when it comes to the NFL draft, like the Raiders, first of all, can you guys hear me out loud? Can you guys hear me loud and clear? Loud and clear? There you go. Holly Turner say, you did a great job last night. Thank you, Holly. And what's up, Dark? Rafa Hermano, salute. Salute to you. Salute to you, Dark. Salute to you. Like I always say, because there's nothing more important that everybody else will need to studio. But get back for anybody else. When it comes to the NFL draft, I mean, Dave Ziegler has like a really, really difficult task to make it to the number 7 overall pick. Because it's quite a mystery and the arguments can make it like any number of options. Because they trade off themselves in the positions that they actually draft the best player that it feels like at the time when they're open to anything. They're like, if it happens to like the quarterback, then it's a quarterback. But if it happens to like defensive man, it's a defensive man. If it happens to like the tight end, it'll be a tight end. Because they're open to anything. And that's what the Josh McDaniels says. And I'm not kidding. He was saying in an interview. Because they had to maneuver because they're on fire, like top 100 selections and 12 overall, meaning they're potentially start the rooster without even trades. But also they have enough picks to orchestrate, like if they see like an opportunity. Because they got a lot of holes through the roster, especially on defense, because that's what we need it for. And they need all the help that the best they can, because they also like they keep an eye on their position for the quarterback who's going to sit like behind Jimmy Garoppolo, because Derek Carr is gone. It's over. And he's moving out to New Orleans Saints. We passed the page. Right now it's Jimmy Garoppolo who knows and understands about the Jimmy judgment in the system. Because not only Jimmy Garoppolo was a player from the San Francisco Niners, but also he was a player for the New England Patriots, which is very offensive. And they say, I think we're going to get an offensive lineman. And they will say, I hope not. It is going to be not another Leatherwood bust. Yeah, this is going to be like not another Leatherwood bust. So it's hope not. It's hope not. Oh, look what we got over here. Tavi Chile. How's it going, Tavi? So I just wanted to tell a little about it because they need all over the defense. And quarterback is especially if you need like an upgrade after an opposing quarterbacks. They just complete more than 77% the past last season. And guys, we are the third worst on the league. I mean, there's two options. There's two options for I like to choose in it. First, there is Oregon Christian Gonzalez, and from Illinois, Dylan Witherspoon, because there are two possibilities. Because both players can make like the case for him to draft top player in that position, and for the Raiders to compare like one of them with Nick Hobbs, a promising cornerback who just enters the third season, and Hobbs and Witherspoon were teammates at Illinois back in 2019, 2020. I mean, that could happen like this time. That could really, 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 really happen, folks. Mm-hmm. So that was said about it. Whether you plays up to, I mean, I like the cornerback like Christian Gonzalez or Devin Witherspoon, which is very important. I mean, what can possibly go wrong about it? Because we need to focus all around the defense. And I'm not kidding, folks. We need to specialize all over the defense. That's the most important about it. Because last season, we just struggling up. But we just suck like any time. But look, I was able to say it about it. But if we can have it like at a distance right here, we just have it enough. We just had it. We just had it. But I guess this is something that I just don't know how it is going to make it about it. All right, so let me see, because right now I'm going to choose something about it. Okay, so I just downloaded like the content on BPP. All right, so let's see what it's going to be here. Okay, just give me one moment, please. Okay, because I'm just looking for them. Let me say, aha. Wait just a moment. Aha. So right now, this isn't going to be like anything. It is a dark hello, Tabichi. Good to see you. And say good to see you too, Dark. And of course, we got Dark to say just chilling with El Capitan and Billings. Mm-hmm. And D-Menace is all. D-Menace is very good. So he was right. We need defense. All the defense. And Tabichi say Raiders need a D-boost. Mm-hmm. All right. So let's just have it like at this time, because I'm not getting the ball from it about this, because I'm going to just because I'm not getting involved in it about this. Okay. So let's see so let's see if they got over here. Okay. So I'm going to share it to this one. Okay, so I'm going to share this one. Okay. So this right here is Emmanuel Force for the Mississippi State Bulldogs. Now, he's the best ball wackers in their class because already he scores a 3-year career. He came down with 13 interceptions. So look at it with the seasons of 2022, 2021, and 2020. So let's see what about the pros. So the pros is he's a regularly lanky frame. He limps for days, and he's ideal for the corner. And that's what they're looking for, because they look at like at the corner. And he bounces like at the hopper. He can challenge any catch point necessary. And he's at a light to locate and at the football, all his interceptions in the man coverage. But not only with these pros, but also we're talking about the cons. And Emmanuel Forrest say he steals the stick. He's not very much mess on his frame. His eyes indicating the trouble, some freelance and on tape, and can't get ball over in the run game, and he has a mediocre tackle over the course of his career, and I think I agree about it. Mm-hmm. So, what is the role? Because he was stuck playing like at the Thompson coverage on Mississippi Station, but he also excels in the press, man. But he need to improve like the press strength to do about it. So look at it. Check this out. Okay, so he had the coverage grade of 89.3, and he was tackling grade at 77. And his coverage grade is 87. His coverage grade on is 78. I mean, he has a lot of more speed, and of course his physicality. I think it is gonna be like to repair a lot. And he has a good change of direction. He has a good frame. That's how it goes. So this is one of the options that I really like it. Christian Gonzalez from Oregon Ducks. Don't get me wrong, because this one is very interesting about it. Okay, so we get about the pros. He added the foreless movement skills for that size, and he always looking in control. And look at this, folks. Christian Gonzalez, he has a good size and athleticism to line up anywhere in the secondary and still be effective. And he has well professional for long arms and doesn't get him pushed around for all tape whatsoever. But there's also the cons. He's missing some killer instinct, which, as a matter of fact, I think Christian Gonzalez needs to repair, and of course, he needs to focus his killer instinct as a cornerback, and can really impose his will if it does. He had too many losses in the catch point after a contact to play hands instead of an attacking ball. The urgency needs to improve the zone coverage, and he needs to abandon pedal to pick off receivers. Mm-hmm. So let's talk about it. So Christian Gonzalez has very good on speed, and his physicality and his frame and change direction was really, really good. And I was looking about for the film because he's really awesome. And look at his coverage grade. He had 81 coverage grade, a tackling grade for 83, and he has a coverage grade of 84.5, which is really important. That's one of those first reasons that we're looking at the cornerback at the first round for the Raiders. And I think this is going to be like really, really important about it. Mm-hmm. Salute everybody else. Alice Martin fan. How's it going? And all they say, Tavi is the latest, man. I know about that. I know. But yes. Tavi Chile say, Holly T, salute partner. Also, Alex Martin, Raider fans. Salute Dark. ¿Qué onda, hermano? ¿Qué onda, bro? Salute to you. And of course, happy 430. Mm-hmm. So anyways, talking about this here right now because that makes sense. Because to see that I got it right here, because they have to find like another diamond in the rock within like the 4 and 14, because that kid, it's looking amazing. He had a run defense grade, and of course he tackled it like every box with a 30 and the college football. And if you're drafting like a Christian Gonzalez, don't even expect about it, because he has sat for the top 10. That's really great, because he has the total package of tackling. He got all the tools, but he needs like a real refinement right here. All right, let's see what they got over here. I don't think it is going to be like being very interesting, but I think this is going to be needed like a T. Hodges Tomlinson, which is very good. I think they had the pros supremely switched it up on one sort of assists, movies that I would see under the cornerback. Also, they had the breaks off of the coverage when they're light. And that man, he beats off coverage or spot eternally. He has a cyclical move hips and they constantly lose no speed and he had a transition to field. But of course, they had the cons. He's the smallest corner, as you can see about it. He can body forward too easily because he was absolutely like a lot aggressive to compare his like size and 14 penalties last year. And he was knocked out of the balance because it's too often like the receivers they didn't do him. And wow, this is going to be very interesting. So they say they will hope in the 4th and 5th rounds. Mm-hmm. And they're going to say, Dark to say, oh, I see now that makes sense. I'm sure they need to find a number down in the rough between 4th and 5th rounds. That's right. All right. So there is another one which is very interesting. Okay, so let's see here, Jalen Jones. Okay, so let's see. There's another thing that I was looking for. Yeah, because of my internet connection, this is not working good. So make sure to subscribe to Rafael Chassin on my YouTube channel, which is Rafael Chassin. And of course, you can follow me on Twitter or Instagram as at Capitán Rafucho at Twitter or Instagram. Let's see what it's gonna be here because I think it's gonna happen like this one. Oh, there you go. There you go. Oh, there you go. That's one of the other options that I make it through for the quarterback. So this right here, it is Devon Witherspoon for the Illinois Fighting Illinois. So when it comes to the scene for this role, I like Devon Witherspoon. There's no quarterback and over the value more that year because after entering the season as a relative of known, Witherspoon is one of the top cornerback prospects. And I guarantee you, he's a top cornerback prospects at the 2023 NFL draft. That didn't happen by accident or didn't fail off because he just really 92 for grade led all these corners that season. And of course, he was finished top 5, folks. Top 5 in the country in completion percent allowed it. And he was just 4th in completions, passing rating allowed it when they targeted with the yards. And let's see what about the pros and cons. He has a feisty play style. He's a nuisance for every receiver lineup across for him. And he's a light click and close ability. He was putting it off without the breaks. And he has an ability to diagnose roads to second to none in the class he was at. And he's a caddy corner. But of course, there's a cons for Devon Witherspoon. He has 1 season of high-end production. So that tape for 2022 was nowhere near for the round 1 caliber. And for the most impressive that I got for Devon Witherspoon, he has only 180 pounds. He's still from the thin side for the NFL corner. And he was gravelly and necessarily aggressive at the times, but he get web flag more in the NFL. And you know what that means? Because he necessarily like aggressive, but he will let flag more because we don't want it to happen like with the red flags, yellow flags, anything could have flags. No, because we don't need to use it. Okay, so let's just check it out right here for the Devon Witherspoon, which is he has a good coverage grade with a 92.5. He has a tackling grade with 72.9. And he has a great coverage grade with 90.5. And he has a good speed, awareness. He has a great physicality. And of course, he needs to change about the frame. But he has a good change of direction. So that was kind of important right here because those players, both players like Christian Gonzalez or Devon Witherspoon, I think they had a more like physique and of course the speed that we got over here because I think we need to like more speed than we does because this is something that we're looking for. We're looking for more speed. We're looking for more aggressively. We're more like productivity, folks. Productivity, folks. Because that's what happens. That's what it gonna happens like that. So, without saying if anything can happen like this one, because this happened like that, because they need also to bolster the offensive line. Because there's another players they were looking for, which is the Northwestern Predistronsky, the Ohio State Perry Johnson, or Darnell White for Tennessee. He could be like a good bookend for a left tackle, come to Miller. One of the best linemen offensive. But they also looking at person for the pass rush and defensive interior, and of course they're searching for a cornerback. Because this is something important that we're looking for. a quarterback, which is possibly the future, and of course a lot of defense, linemen. We don't want to need like another wide receiver because we just have like Hunter Renfro, Jacoby Myers, and Devontae Adams. What are looking for a wide receiver? That's not what they're looking for. We're just looking for more defense, more offensive linemen, more like cornerback, and probably a cornerback. And this is going to be heavy at this time. Darker to say, who are going to be drafted at number 7, El Capitan? I think that goes for the answer right here. So what I'm going to draft at the number 7, we're looking for a cornerback or possibly like a quarterback, which is designed to the future, like designed for the future, that regeneration of the Silver and Black Nation that we needed for. We needed like a more defense, offensive line, and of course, corner, which is the most important thing. All the time they say great information. Thank you. But we don't want it to look another wide receiver because we had enough with Jacoby Myers, Hunter Renfro, and of course Devontae Adams. That's what we don't want it looking for, because we don't want to go wasting another wide receiver, because you know why. We're looking for more defense. That's what we're looking for. But what are those decisions about for the case of Jalen Carter? Because what I just heard about of the case of Jalen Carter, which is very, very, very shocking. Very shocking about the case of Jalen Carter. Because if they're gonna go draft down Jalen Carter's, that would be like really tempting. Because some people, they thought that he's gonna be like a top 5 draft talent. But he played it like no consequence to reckless driving, racing, like in the marsh after a crash kill Georgia offensive line, Devin Wellock, and recruiting staffer Chandler Lore. But if they need to let the position to draft Carter and they select it, they won't understand about the scrutiny when it comes to like the selection. I mean, from that case from Jalen Carter, I don't think it's very safe to be like one of the top prospects, because he was just based last week. But they had to just steal on the board here. They need to destroy the board, because it's being like there's no doubt that Carter has a generation talent that is opposition incredible need to the silver and black, but they really had to take a chance for a prospect when all the said is done. Should we do with the drafting? Because what are those issues that we got with Jalen Carter? It's because they'll be shining away, because you won't have like top 30 visit. But if you look at about it, because there's another perspective, is the off-field incident that one place where the scene for the fatal car accident, the reporting with speeding, and is so far one of the most talented players in the draft board, and they might shy away from drafting for in April, especially whether the franchise they need through the former first-round pick, Eric Webster. You remember that guy? But despite for that, there's many feel like not even Las Vegas could have taken a number 7, so it'll be like a number point. But this is going to happen right here, because they are really, really, really hunger for defense. They're really hungry for a defense. And I'm telling you, folks, they're really get starved for more defense. So how would you get about the case of Jalen Carter? I don't think it's very safe to be like one of the positions. And I know he's one of the top prospects, and he's a generation talent. But what we see that about for the case of these car accident like that, because we don't want to see it like in a normal moment with Henry Rockster, which is very intriguing for more. You say Tommy Chila give up the good work, Raphael. I agree. Hey, there's Big Fridge. I agree, Raphael. All I trying to say, hit the like button. Here you go. Dark, Rafi is the GOAT. Well, agree, appreciate it with Dark. And of course, we got Mr. Tokyo Soul. Salute A plus champion from Bunk Bed. I mean, thanks for stopping by, Mr. Tokyo Soul. And of course, I couldn't agree anymore. But as I was saying about it, this is what we're looking forward because we are starving it. Because they are really starved for more elite defensive players. As they got to look for the strong team, like around edge rusher, like Matt Crosby. Carter is more like a big time player at the next level. But there will be like in another franchise, he's available for the number one, for the draft number one overall. I mean, this is going to happen with this one. Because Carter is going to have one of the worst draft seasons of them all. Because he had issues off the field. And he's looking out for his shit during workouts. And he could be fall out for the top 5. And I appreciate about it. Because we don't want to see like another moment for Andrew Rocks. Because that is not going to happen for the future. And that can play like in a draft session. That going to be like really interesting about the draft season. And of course, it's getting involved about it. I mean, this is going to happen on this one. Like, totally this one. Oh man, my computer does not work. Can I say? Dark saying, "Man, I love you, Avatar," but you already know that. You already know about that. Okay. So, folks, I just wanted to let you know that there's a link you want to pull up, and of course, warning: there's no trolls allowed. There's no haters allowed. I only allow like they have a good purpose, they have a good opinion about the Raiders. So when I jump into the link right here, no trolls allowed. No trolls allowed. No trolls allowed. No trolls allowed. But yes, but I think it is very important to see how much is having to come in when it comes to the generational talent. Because right now we had Max Crosby, and of course we got Devontae Adams. Because remember the last year that we just had the biggest chance to set him out Devontae Adams from Green Bay Packers to Las Vegas Raiders. That makes feel anything about it. And at first when they got over here, there was this like we get into the Super Bowl, but as a matter of fact, under the circumstance of Josh McDaniels coaching and of course Dave Ziegler, I think the coaching of Josh McDaniels is getting out of hand because there are some games that we just won. As a matter of fact, there are several games that we just won. For example, we just won against Denver Broncos. We just won against Denver Broncos twice. And of course, for the Broncos fans right there you go, folks. Fuck you, Broncos. But there were some games that we just had it all that because remember the time that we just won over the first and second quarters against Arizona Cardinals, and then to the third and fourth quarter, it just disappointment. The same against Kansas City Chiefs. Which is embarrassing because at the first we had it all. We had it at all at the first and second quarter. We just had it all. I mean, we just had the good defense, the offensive, and of course the quarterback is good. But what happens to the third and fourth quarter is still like it gives a lot of the hurricane of disappointment. Okay, so Tawichilo to say, wait, Raphael, Are you Mount Shitmore or NWA? Okay, so look, Joey Chilla. So I just wanted to tell you the whole banquet story about it. So this is like with a team that I was getting involved with anything about it. Okay, so I was more like because I'm not belong to both sides. I'm not belong to both sides because I'm just a man. I'm just a Raider fan. I'm just an NFL fan. I'm just a journalist. I'm doing with my own thing. And of course, there are some persons who insult me, like to bullying at me, to abuse me. I mean, that's really clear. But the only point that I was guided for is because there are some comments. There's a lot of comments, like internet trolls, that where I feel you don't deserve this, where I feel you don't belong here on YouTube and anything like that. And there's one person that I just it pissed me off. And that guy is the Sacramento rapper. Yeah, that Sacramento rapper, like the rapper. You guess what the guy that's right there? Yeah, the rapper, whatever. He insulted me in one episode for the live shows. He insulted me for one of the live shows, and I was like, "What?" I mean, he was insulting me, and like this one, and what I would have said about it, I just don't like that. Well, the Sacramento person, the Sacramento rapper. I mean, what could I say about it? Because after he insulted me on the live stream like that, I just wanted to say, fuck you, dude, because that's disrespectful. And of course, if you want to see me, come on, let's have a fight. And of course, the other members of that Mount Shitmore, that bomber, let's see, the Bunkback Kid, which is the fat one. And of course, they had another one, which is oh, wait a minute. Which is the Maybelline guy? Oh, the Maybelline guy who only drinks for super chats. I mean, that guy is a disaster. That guy is a that guy is a that guy is a jackass. Because look, I'm not part of I'm not part of this drama. Because no, I'm not part of this starting the drama, and because I'm not a drama person. I'm just more like getting focused on getting the content, and of course getting provided the information, my analysis, and of course all right, there you go. It is a dark. My Warriors are up right now. I hope they don't blow the lead like always. Oh, you're talking about the NBA playoffs. There you go, right there. And they say, Soul, I guess you get a scare of 40 points stock. Yo, West Side Media, huh? What's going on there? You say, Raffle, let them widows fight that battle. It's not your fight. And I agree. I agree. They say, let them waiters fight that battle. It's not your fight. I understand about it. And they say, 100%. So I just wanted to say that shout out to the persons in the chat. I feel like really incredible. But I just wanted to let you know about it because look, the Sacramento rapper, the guy who thinks the tribal chief, because he's not a tribal chief, he's just a piece of shit. The other one who gets patrocinated with gets sponsored by Maybelline. Yeah, the guy who's getting sponsored by Maybelline, all this eyelash right here. He's like, very feminine. The other one is the punk bag kid, like the fat one. And another one, it's, well, I think it is a weird case. I think it's the weird case. But look, man, like, but like, I just wanted to say that about it because I'm not writing both sides. I write in my own because I'm a man of my word. Because whatever happens like this one, because I'm writing with the Silver and Black Nation. I'm writing with my family. I'm writing with my friends who understands about my special condition. And of course, if they wanna if they wanna disrespect me, there goes for the finger. There goes for the finger, folks. Because you can't fuck with the nation. You can't fuck with anything. Because this is about like union, respect, and of course their opinions. Because because their opinions deserve to be listened. We can agree it or we cannot agree it. But don't take it personal. Don't take it personal, guys. I mean, don't take it personal. Because it's your opinion and it's okay that we agree and disagree. But yes. But I understand it about it. But look, I just wanted to say to shout out to the ANWA, Nation with Attitude, and of course, folks, I'm a little surprised right here because there's something that I just wanted to know about it. I think this is something that I just don't know how this is gonna happen like this, but I get it open with the image right there. I get it with the open. Yes, sir. They say website Salute Nation. You say salute there, dark. All right, and Holly says, "I hope Clay goes off tonight." You mean Clay Thompson? Mm-hmm. And there you go. Say, Aaron, happy 420. Happy 420 to everybody else in this audience. Okay, so I just wanted to tell it to everybody else because. Okay, so I don't know what happens with my computer. I don't know what's happening with my computer because I don't know what's happening like this. Okay, so this is one of the. Okay, so this is one of those designs that I just created. It says America with Attitude, which is the Nation with Attitude. Mm-hmm. It doesn't say America with Attitude, folks. I think they have it because that's one of those graphic designs that I just made it. Mm-hmm. That's one of the graphic designs that I just made it, especially for the Nation with Attitude. When it comes to America, if you're born in United States, and of course, if you're really, really proud to be a USA veteran, which we salute to you. And of course, I just created this one, America with Attitude. Mm-hmm. Okay. Here to say that. Here to say, if you do, blaze up with that nation, Rafa. Or is that to say, America? I just put it right there to say, American with nation, American with attitude. So yes, that's one of the graphic designs that I just put in it. But yes, I wasn't getting the confused right here, but look, man, this is one of the graphic designs that I just made it. But don't get me the confused at all because I'm not to try to steal the spotlight, and I'm not. I'm not. But that graphic design that I just made it because I'm giving it like the honor for all these Americans who fought really hard in those battles, and this especially for the USA veterans, the military, the Marine, the United Force. I mean, all those veterans in the United States. Mm-hmm. We salute to you. So you say Tommy Chilo looks clean top. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but look, man, I just wanted to realize that if the Raiders need like to focus about the defense and the offensive lineman, that's pretty good because that's what we needed for. We don't want to use like another wide receiver because we had a plenty of room of 4 wide receivers. If we look at it to tight end, that's not a problem. That's not a problem for us. I mean, that's not a problem for us, but that's okay. It's okay. But but I guarantee you that it's something that happens like anything could happen, like this one. Because look, folks, I'm not trying to steal like the idea for anything because look, not only I'm just a content creator, but also I'm a graphic designer. Also, I'm just doing voiceover, anything. Oh yeah, do you see the background right here? Because I just put in the background for the New Orleans Saints. Yeah, I just wanted to do anybody else in the city. add to the American raffle. Yeah, I will put a DA of America. Yes, yes, and I just wanted to say that about it. But yeah, yes. Oh man. All right, so let me check this out. Okay, because let me check this out because I was thinking this gonna happen. Yes, I agree with Toby. It looks nice though. Okay, so there you go. So I just changed the background. So I'm just changing the background from the video. That's the New England Patriots versus Las Vegas Raiders. Yeah, that's right. Because it just focuses on about the camera. Because sometimes the camera that doesn't work at all, but but it happens. It really happens. It really happens, folks. It really happens. But one of those things that I just looking into before the draft is one name called Tucker Draft from South Dakota State. And for that moment right here, we see the tight end like Tucker, because right now we had 12 selections. One of them is the first round of the 7th position. And Tucker Draft from South Dakota has really experience in lining up in line, the slot, and out wide. Because he's from South Dakota and he carries like the weight that he's possesses excellent size and density, and he still got like the room for that mass for the lower body, but he is already strength enough for trade arms tackles and short like upper shoulder tackles, and he was one of the top 5 tight end prospects in that year low draft class. But he's not like he's not the fastest tight end for the class, but he's very explosive, and he shows like it in the film, and he checks like when all the physical traits and the same like the tight end running like a 49 to 40-yard dash in the Scotty combine, and he really improves his time for the pro day to 4.662, and that speed is really good enough to create a separation for the for this body for the contest of the cage right there. Okay. So I just wanted to take it in this here to say, it's a poor Rafa don't know better. He gets a pass. I mean, it's a 7 pick better be defense, and I agree with that. He say, please forgive him, Larry. He say, I do. Shout out to the 8 people right here in the chat. It feels so great. Okay, so I'm going to check for over here with the Tucker Draft. Okay, so this is going to be like a film study, because if the guys know about it, the prospects. Okay, so we just looking at the body, anything can happen like this one. It's a dark nurse jersey. It is a Aaron, you and Kush having the key show tonight. West Side is Zero show with Kush and to say Rafa, do a jersey giveaway. I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about it, but just just let me know that about it. Just let me know, okay? Because very interesting about it. Okay, so let's have it like a film study, okay? Let's just have a look at the film study because right now I got it to show up. Okay. Okay, so let's see what I got over here. Okay, so this right here is Tucker Draft, which is to tie it in. Okay, so I just muted right here. Just muted, okay? Let's see what I got. Wow, look at this. Oh, he gets blocked. Okay, but let's see what I got. Uh-oh. Wow. And then, oh. Okay. Let's see what I got. He's wearing the 85, folks. He's Tucker Draft. Oh. Look at it, impressive. Wow, that is very good. I mean, when I look at the C right there from Tucker Kirby, I think he won't be like it rather much longer because he's a stud, and he has like he's like the best studs that we're looking at about it. You say Rafael is getting good at this. I'm very impressed. Yeah, he's really impressed. But I think this is gonna happen like this. Okay, so you wanted to see like the more of this. Okay, so let's see what they got over here. Okay. All right. Let's see what they got, okay. All right. Ready to blocker? Ready to blocker? Hold on a minute because I need to put on this the music. Okay, and then let's move the video. Got a good speed, very impressive. And then he gets blocked. Oh, let's see what he got. Much very impressive. I'm looking at this right here. Oh, nice catch. And then whoa. Oh, he's wearing the 85, folks. Tucker Kraft is the number 85. Not bad. I mean, they have some difficult about it, but I think Tucker Kraft, when I just see like the film right here, I think he was kind of interesting like the high school career because he's a small school player, but he's not built like a one. He came like 5'6", and he's 254 pounds. He has a wide frame with broad shoulders, and of course, his size allows for him to win like counted after the catch and buzz after this for the catch point. And he's very explosive for his size, and he's very evident for on this film because he can separate like from defenders in tight space. He's running away from the number two. He's like picking up easy like yards for the ball with his hands, but he's underrated runner. He shows out like the good awareness for some defenders, and then like the rules don't create like upper windows for this quarterback. He's a pass catching weapon with high ceiling. Let's see how you go about it. And they say he gives more information about it. He gives good information, Dark. They say Trude. And they say, Rafa, what's his name? Oh, this is Tucker Kraft and a tight end for. Okay, let me check. Okay, so this is Tucker Kraft, a tight end for South Dakota. Okay, so did they see the frame right here? So this is seeing like the framed tears of Taki Craft. Okay, let's check them out for another film study. Let's see what they got. That's very impressive. Oh, nice catch. And then it goes for, oh, look at this one. Nice. He's very solid about it. Oh, look at this. Whoa. Very good. Very good. Oh, he has a good speed. He's in good shape. I mean, if you look at those players, I mean, that's really good enough. That's really good. I mean, if you look at his theater about it, because like in the most college tight ends, he's not that advanced blocker at this stage, but he has got the frame and effort to be like a defensive blocker. But he lacks like the functional strength to move that defenders off to the spot. And because they needed like at the tight end is documented, because that athleticism and the pass catching profile on lately, like they will have like the Dolphins passing game, like he wouldn't add too much for their running game. And imagine that could be like the answer for the tight end, because they all did to try it. And he was stacked behind like the several tight end prospects like Daniel Washington, Michael Mayer, Nathan Kincaid, Chris Smith. I mean, that could be like a good fit enough. That could be like a good fit enough. And they say, had to go brush my teeth. And they say, Nike show tonight. Okay, there you go. And they say, will we better win tonight or it is bad? I mean, you're thinking about the Warriors. Yeah, there you go about it. I hope the Warriors are going to win this. Yeah, I hope it's going to be a win. So, okay, so I just wanted to look at the draft pick right here. So I just wanted to pick like this one. All right, let's see what they got with another thing for a Java craft. Okay, here's the 85. All right. Let's see. I mean, he has a good athleticism. That's very important. Okay, got it. Oh, he got the right stuff. I mean, that's what they were looking for. Wow. I think that was one of the. I think that's one of the issues that you need to repair to Draco draft as tight end, because Darren Waller is not here. Darren Waller is no longer at a tight end, so we're just looking at like a tight end, like a prospect tight end, like this one. But I think it's very powerful, and I think it could take like the slot as a tight end. Let's see what they got. Oh. They say this kid blocks very nice and he fights for this for yards, which is very important about it. But I think we would looking at about it because they need like a solid blocker. I mean, there's no more Darren Waller as a tight end, but we need something like very solid who can blocks anything. And they say Dark says solid blocker. Yeah, that's right. He's a very solid good blocker. But oh, I think it's gonna be the commercials. Oh, it's always happening with the background like that because I'm not gonna. I'm very impressed and I'm better to say. Austin Hopper can block and catch. I agree with the pilot because for that reason, for Austin Hopper, which is tight end, I mean, he can have it like this one. But my point was because he was gonna be prepared for like to play multiple roles, and he was saying, but the problem is with him injuries, and that's what I agreed about it. Yeah, because he was preparing like to play multiple roles, and is one of the replacements for Darren Waller. But he's this third team because he was playing for the Tennessee Titans, for the Cleveland Browns, and he was a selection for the Pro Bowl. And I think he was a really solid pass catcher throughout his 7 seasons. But the problem is injuries, because there was a little bit of injuries. But it was just like at the first he was reporting like the almost trade Darren Waller in the off season, but they had to plan like the similar trade. I think it's gonna happen like this one, but yeah, it gets rid of a lot. It gets rid of a lot of things about it, but yeah, that was great about it. I would say he did very good for Falcons. I agree about that. I mean, that's very good. I mean, that's too much good that I was good about it. But yes. So guys, I just made like a film study. Oh, hold on a minute, because look, sometimes the internet is not working about it. Oh, there you go. Okay. Well, sometimes my internet doesn't working good, and of course my computer doesn't working good. But I just made like for the first time the film study about Tucker Kraft for the South Dakota. But I think it's gonna be like a very good position as a blocker for a tight end. Because look, guys. Oh. Yeah, I think it's still frozen, but I don't think it is gonna happen like this one. Yeah, because sometimes my internet is not it's not like very good enough for about that. But hold on a second, because God's always got to do something right. Something about it. Man. Oh, there you go. Oh, you see the background right there? That's Tom Flores. Yeah, sometimes it doesn't fuck it up with the camera right here, but that guy over here is Tom Flores, the coach. And that's what I was looking for the Oakland Raiders for the 80s. Remember the part? If you're a diehard fan for the Oakland Raiders, like Las Vegas Raiders, Los Angeles Raiders, I mean, you had to record. You had to understand about the story about the Las Vegas Raiders, the whole history through the 60s, the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, the 2000s. I mean, you can understand about it. You can understand about the whole history, folks. I mean, that's gonna happen. That's gonna happen like this one. And but I'm doing like a film study about that guy. I mean, he's very good blocker, but I think it's gonna need to repair a lot more, because right now they had Austin Hopper, which is the replacement of Darren Waller. But the only problem with the issue right there, it's the injuries, which is a worry about it, because we need some players that we need to keep it healthy. Keep it healthy, folks. 100% healthy. And my only issue about it, because we need something to approve that we need a lot of players more healthy, and of course they need to like play aggressively, and of course they need like more productivity. That's right, more productivity. And of course for the about it, because there are some points that I need to like about it, because right now the Raiders had still the coach Josh McDaniels. That's right, they still Josh McDaniels, and they have some old faces, they have some brand new faces. I mean, that season could be like a rebuild, because we had to rebuild like the whole defense, because whatever happens like the last season from like 2022, 2023, we thought that with Derek Carr, Devontae Adams, Matt Crosby could take us like to the Super Bowl. But with Josh McDaniels, I don't think it's gonna be like a good example about it. But let's see what they got right here, because we have a worse record. But I would think this is gonna be because they have Josh McDaniels, they have Dave Taylor, and they have some players that they have from the New England Patriots and of course from the Pittsburgh Steelers. But I'm not really sure that they're gonna come. I'm not really sure that how they go to convert to the Raider way, like the Patriot way, because they didn't compare about it. And for the case of Tom Brady, thank God we didn't get Tom Brady, because if the people wants Tom Brady, that should be like, that'll be over, because he understands about the system like Josh McDaniels and of course Bill Belichick. But in my point, Tom Brady is 50% GOAT, 50% cheater. Yeah, that's what it kind of means about it. But yes, you say the Raiders need to replace Waller with O.J. Howard and Austin Hopper. And they say both solid players. I mean, Austin Hopper is really good, but I just wanted to need to talking about O.J. Howard, which is totally different to me. I mean, they haven't really got the stats. I go to the stats with the see about the pros and cons of O.J. Howard, because he was in Alabama, and they have a concern about it because we don't want to worry about those numbers of O.J. Howard, because when it comes to complexity, because he's guaranteed like the hair that name. But it comes to the staggering athletic profile, and of course he was getting to the first to Alabama, because for the college football, because the rest of the team like in the very stellar, but they now actually like the disappointment for the high level tight end prospects for Alabama. But he was catching 45 paces last season in Alabama, because he had more produced it. And for that reason about it, because they have like an college defense, because he's one of the most talented tight end prospectors. I mean, you thinking about it, because they never started about it, about this incredible talent. And it would say he came for the Buccaneers. It would say 50% good, 50% cheater. I respect that view. There you go. And it would say he played with Tom Brady. Oh yes, he was playing for Tom Brady, but they had a 1 year contract with a maximum value of $4 million range, with according to that. But they have O.J. Howard, which is he was lost in ground behind of Quentin Morris and Tony Sweeney in Buffalo, but I say like at the go to the separate ways, and after the go to chance, like anything can happen like this one. Anything can happen like this one for O.J. Howard. Because why do you need to say about it? Because over the 6-year career, it could be like a fantastic pro. But in my opinion, it could be like a more physical blocker. My answer is yes. He's very good at it. And he's few and far between anything. And I was saying to folks, because because O.J. Howard, he was trying to replace Darren Waller to the New York Giants, and he was coming off season for the Texans. He was recorded like 10 receptions for 140 yards, and he will start with the career with the Buccaneers. And that's for that information, because he was spending like 5 seasons with Tampa Bay Buccaneers along with Tom Brady, and he was registered more than 129 receptions for more than 1,000 yards. But I think this is very creative. But I think if they need to keep healthy, that will be impressive. That would be impressive, folks. That would be like so much impressive about those players, like Austin Hopper and of course OJ Howard. I mean, that could be interesting. That could be interesting. All right, so I just wanted to check it out because sometimes the camera it's getting like a lot of focus, like a lot of focus at this say. It's getting right there. Let's get it right there. It's going to be the focus is about the bright side, the wrong side of. Well, I have it as I would like this, folks. Okay. But I just wanted to tell to anybody else from this audience, if we can really improve that season, the most important thing is the defense, the offensive line, the cornerback, and of course, we need something to prove about it, because we're not here for a joke. We're not here for a joke, because there was another fans who can boo us, who can see it up. Oh, Raiders sucks, but I'm very glad to be on the family of Civil and Black Nation, because when I understood about it, the history of the Raiders, the Oakland Raiders, like the great catchphrase of Al Davis, rest in peace, legend. And of course, rest in peace, John Maiden. The popular catchphrase, just win, baby. It keeps for all this generation. No matter if you're mom, dad, grandfather, grandmother, if you enjoy a live to game like for the Raiders, because we need to unite it. Because we're not here for nonsense beef. We're here to unite it. Because it's something that I look at the point of to say, can we just carry along with that? And that's one of the reasons that I just wanted to know, because I think this is the moment to bring it out for a union. It's time to bring out a great union, because that's what we need it for. Because the Civil and Black Nation, it's all about respect. It's all about union. It's all about loyalty. Loyalty first. It's about loyalty. And of course, if you're a die-hard fan, that's good, because you get that loyalty when you come into DNA, because you really enjoy watching those games over and over and over again, and you have like those moments that you capture in your heart. Those moments that you capture in your heart because you feel like a fan. You feel like a fan. And of course, there's a reason that I just really like the Raider Nation. More things that I really like about the Raider Nation. The family, the people, and of course the connection with every part of the world. Every part of the world. Like no matter if you're United States, United Kingdom, Australia, Mexico, Japan, South Korea. I mean, Raider Nation is worldwide. And that's a fact, folks. That's a fact. But I guarantee you it's not very easy. It's not very easy because we just have in that team, we just have like Josh McDaniels. We have Jimmy Garoppolo, which I agree. We have Devontae Adams. We have plenty of other players that we're looking for. We have like good players. We have bad players. And of course, we have some bad issues that we cannot stick around for months, for years, anything. Because the Raider Nation, it's all about family, respect, loyalty, and of course, it's all about union. It's all about union. I don't care if we agree or disagree. That's your opinion. That's your opinion. And we don't want to take it about personal. We ain't going to take it to the personal, because your opinion worth it. Your opinion worth it. We don't care if we would disagree. We don't care if we agree. Your opinion worth it. And please do not take anything personal. Do not take it any personal. And that's why, folks, because I'm just getting like really love with the Radio Nation, and of course getting plays for the information. And of course, thank you guys for joining us for the special edition of Civil and Black Experience, this special episode. And of course, shout out to Digital Press, who made the editing, the graphic design, and of course all these things as a video intro makers. I mean, that guy is awesome. That guy is really awesome. And I think we got a round of applause for him, because he's the GOAT of making intro videos. And we can collaborate very soon, like for graphic design, but I'm not gonna get into details. But yeah, folks, I just wanted to say shout out to everybody else in the poll live in the chat. And of course, because at first I was doing like a roundtable special, but I think I can change my plans, because I'm going to talk about my opinion about the draft and what players we can draft on. And I just show up the film study of Tucker Kraft as tight end. And I'm not going to lie, because this is the first time that I'm doing a film study. I'm just very impressed, and I can do like a lot of more, because I'm planning something more for the Radio Nation right there. There could be like surprises, but I really like it. So what am I saying, folks? It's been like more than 1 hour talking. Yeah, it's been more than 1 hour talking. I really appreciate about it. And of course, I just wanted to say it salute to everybody else. Much love and respect from El Capitán Rafael. Say, all you to say that, make me a mod if you need some, Raf. Okay, got it. Just wanted to tell you that. Just wanted to put on these the mods. Okay, so I just wanted to put you on the mods, because I really like you. And of course, how we share of. Okay, let's see what they gotta be here. Okay, so I just wanted to make you a mod, because sometimes okay. All right. Okay, so now you're a moderator. Also, dark. I made you a mod too. I made you a mod too. So, Chile, Dark. Right now, you're part of the mods. Now you're moderators. Okay, so not them Chile. Okay, so there you go, folks. Okay, so right now I'm gonna shut it down right here, but yeah, one of those reasons that I just changed the background, because I'm not giving the competition with Dirty Low, because I'm showing up with this right here, because that video is from the Oakland Raiders from the 80s. There you go. Let's say 100%. Thanks, Rafa. Gracias, El Capitán. There's always much love and impression. There's always much love and respect for anything. And like I said, folks, thanks for stopping by. And of course, I could be more like really appreciated, guys, because right now it's just getting started. It's just getting started, folks. And I'm not kidding. Folks. I'm just getting started. Because for right now, before the draft, it's going to be like the preview. But after the draft, it's going to be really different. And yes, it's going to be really different, folks. But I just say I'm not just only a fan. I'm just a content creator. I'm just a journalist. And the only thing is, I'm not really in focus. I'm not only focused on Raiders, but also I'm focusing about basketball, NFL, like the Raiders, also baseball, wrestling, boxing, MMA, which is UFC, because I'm getting into it. Because it's not only about the Raiders, it's not about that. Because I'm getting to the basketball, to baseball, to wrestling, and of course to boxing, MMA fights, soccer, like a lot of things. And yes, and that was very interesting, folks. So, like I said, thanks, Stark, Tubba Chile, Mr. Turkey Soul, West Side Media, which is Raider Earn, and of course, thank you guys for stopping by. And of course, there is much love and respect from El Capitán Rafucho, and of course, this is like the beginning of something good. And I guarantee you, folks, this is only the beginning. Because after the draft, it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting, folks. It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be a silver and black experience. With Rafael Chacín, as known as El Capitán Rafucho. And of course, it's been a good time having you guys. And of course, my throat is getting hurt, but don't worry about it. I'll keep it hydrated like Raider Kush does with the workouts. So like I say, folks, have a great night, have a great weekend, and of course, El Capitán Rafucho has much love and respect, and I will see you there in its time. Peace out, motherfuckers, and of course, this with attitude, motherfuckers. Do not fuck with the nation. This is the message for all these Kansas City Chiefs, the Queefs, with Patrick Mahomes, Denver Broncos, the Donkeys. Denver Broncos, the Donkeys. The San Francisco 49ers, the 40 Whiners. And of course, the Chokers, Los Angeles Chokers. Here's 2 fingers to you. Fuck you, and of course, do not mess with the fucking nation. Do not mess with the fucking nation, folks. So, salute to everybody else, and of course, shout out to all these weather content creators out there. Dirty Low, Dirty Raider, Afakasi Raider, happy birthday. The Raider Critique, also happy birthday. Raider Band, Raider Kush, all these amazing content creators from the Raiders, and of course, have a great night, folks. Also, OG Jack Daniels, I have your back, and of course, we respect you. So, like I say, folks, have a great night, and of course, peace out, motherfuckers.